What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. International break, it's done and dusted. City are back in action after nearly 2 weeks off with the international break. It's Manchester City taking on Burnley Saturday 16th of October 2021 with a 3 PM BST kickoff time here in the United Kingdom, and because of the 3 PM rule it does mean that it's not on TV here in the United Kingdom. But before I crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Now less than 400 subscribers away from 21k subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship training videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up as well if you did enjoy this video. Also let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. And lastly, this video is sponsored and it's brought to you by OneFootball. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to stay up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, as well as the latest scores, statistics, live league tables, what channel you can view the games on, and all your good footballing needs, then go and download OneFootball. Do help to go and support the future content created here on my channel as well by pressing that link. It's a free app to download. That'll take you to the download page to download OneFootball. Without further ado, let's crack on with this preview and let's speak about our oppositions first. Burnley struggling this season, sitting in 18th place. They're on just 3 points. They haven't won a Premier League game all season. However, they are unbeaten in their last 3 games in all competitions, which include a win over Rochdale in the EFL Cup, a 2-2 draw away at Leicester, very good result that one, and a home draw against Norwich, which was 0-0, which was, to be honest, quite a real incredibly boring game. So there we go. Very simple stance here. I'm expecting Manchester City to win this game. Anything other than a win is a really disappointing result for us. I'm expecting us to win this game. Burnley, they haven't won all season. They're struggling. They're more than likely going to park the bus for this game. And looking at the team, the players, it's pace, it's penetrating attacks that will hurt Manchester City. And I just don't think Burnley have got that. So if we aren't winning this game, then I'm going to be very, very disappointed. I'm expecting Manchester City to win this game. However, it's a Premier League game, nothing's a gimme, so we're going to have a look at how Manchester City go about that and what we can do to make sure that we do get the all-important 3 points here. Now, Burnley are going to go with Nick Pope in net. Tarkowski's going to play at the back. I'm expecting to see Matthew Lowton at right back, Charlie Taylor at left back. Ben Mee, he's out with COVID, wishing him a speedy recovery. He will not be playing in this game. Ashley Westwood, Dwight McNeil, Josh Brownhill, I'm expecting all them players to more than likely start in this game. Now, one solution here for Burnley is, are they going to take the game to Manchester City? Are they going to go with 1 up top or 2 up top? Burnley, I know, do like to go with 2 up top, so there's got some good choices there. Ashley Barnes, Chris Wood, and also Vydra as well. 3 good quality players that are all capable of finding the back of the net if presented with an opportunity. And so I'm wondering which players are going to get the nod there. I would have thought Chris Wood would probably be starting in this game, and to me, one of the danger men, because not only is he good in the air as a physical striker, can bully a defence, but he's also got a very good shot on him and is a really accurate striker as well. So we need to make sure that he's not getting time and space on the football. Other than that, that though, Burnley, they are normally quite fearless and they will take the game to you, and they're more than happy to sit deep and then attack at you when the opportunity is there. Like I said, they look low on confidence. They don't look amazing, if I'm completely honest, and I am expecting that because of their form and the situation that they're in. Normally it's a go to the Etihad Stadium, it's a free pass, just go there, try and make something happen, but they're dogging for absolutely everything, and I think their best chance of getting anything from this game is to sit there with 10 men behind the ball and do nothing but make sure that they don't concede. They'll be looking for a 0-0 because a point would be an incredible point for Burnley, so we need to make sure that we're clinical in front of goal to make sure that that isn't the case, that they do manage to scrap out a 0-0. And also, the longer the game stays at 0-0, there is the opportunity there for City chucking everything at Burnley. It opens up opportunities on the counter-attack to try and beat us as well if they're feeling clinical in front of goal. So yeah, that's what's on the plate here for Manchester City, and that's what City need to try and deal with. For Manchester City, we're third, 2 points behind Chelsea in first. We've had a difficult week just before the international break with Chelsea, PSG and Liverpool all away. That's done and dusted for the Premier League. There's 4 points there. That's job done. I'm wondering, we've got some big Champions League games coming up, in particular from now until the next international break. We've got 2 big matches coming up against Club Brugge, which is going to decide what our ambitions are for the Champions League group stages. 2 very big games, and they are going to be our next opposition as well. So I'm wondering what Manchester City, where their mind's going to be, and I think Pep Guardiola will want to go into that game with full of confidence and also a good run of form as well. So he'll want to win this game. We didn't win at Anfield, unfortunately, so the record does show we didn't win our last game, so he'll be looking to win this game to give us the confidence to go into the next game against Bruges away in midweek and make something happen. We've also been 13 days since we last played a football match as well for Manchester City, so it might take the players maybe a half or two to be able to really get back into the full swing of things. It can be a bit slow, and I don't think Pep will want that, so I think Pep's going to go with a very strong team here against Burnley to try and get a win, a good win, to give us the confidence and get the players gelled up again, ready and raring to go for that big midweek clash against Bruges. It's a very big game in the context of, like I said, what is our ambitions for the Champions League. So I'm hoping that our focus won't be on that, and our focus will be on this and wanting to get the 3 points, because after all, our aim is to win the Premier League. We want to do that. We want to retain our trophy, so there's no margin for error here for Manchester City. Every game, it's a big game. There's no gap, really, in the Premier League, and whilst that's the case, every Premier League game is a big game, and every Premier League game is going to be a difficult game, in particular if Manchester City are not on it. So they need to make sure that they are. Now, let's speak about one of the big talking points for the squad. The Brazilian players. Now, Gabriel Jesus and Ederson, they have gone on international duty with Brazil. They're more than likely going to be back at Manchester City before this game. How much preparation they're going to have in the build-up to this game remains to be seen. I would say that more than likely affects Gabriel Jesus than it does more Ederson. Zack Steffen, I'm expecting to get the nod for this game. However, he hasn't had loads of prepping times. He's been on international duty with the United States of America. So I could argue a case that Scott Carson, he's been with Manchester City for the last couple of weeks, could perhaps be in line to even start in this game. However, I do think that if Ederson, he arrives back in time for Manchester City and has clearance to play, and City are happy for him to play, then I wouldn't be surprised to see him start, because after all, does the goalkeeper need as much preparation as some of the other players? I mean, Ederson's job is to do what Ederson always does, which is save shots that come to him and distribute the ball excellently, which is, what is that a word, excellently? I have no idea. Anyway, that's full of what he's got to do. He's got to be excellent on the ball. He always is, and so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that if we end up being very late and it gets just ticked off that Ederson can start in this game, I wouldn't be surprised to see him start. But I've got a feeling that if I was to sit on the fence and play it safe, then it would be Steffen starting ahead of Ederson. Now, looking towards some of the other players, with Jesus more than likely not featuring in this game, opens up a little gap on the right wing. Who will it be that starts on the right wing? Could it be Bernardo Silva? Could it be Riyad Mahrez? Could it be Phil Foden? Could it be Raheem Sterling? Could it be Kevin De Bruyne? So many options here for Manchester City that we could go on the right-hand side. But one player that it will not be is Ferran Torres. He's apparently out for 4 to 6 weeks with a fractured foot, I think it was, that he's picked up on international duty with Spain. He picked up a knock. He's passed a very late fitness test to play in the Nations League final for Spain. They've risked him and he's ended up damaging his foot. Great news, fabulous news. Just as he was starting to get into the rhythm of things as well, Ferran Torres, that is a big blow. And I'll tell you right now, Pep Guardiola, he'll be pretty furious about that. And so that's a blow to Manchester City. But on a more positive little stint for this, does mean we do have Ilkay Gundogan back. He's training with Manchester City. We do have Oleksandr Zinchenko back as well, which is great news. Now, in terms of a score prediction, I'm going for a 3-0 win for Manchester City with 3 second-half goals for City. I'm going to go for City to be frustrated in the first half, not really with it too much, and then City to really turn it round in the second half. Now, ideally speaking, what I want from City is an early goal. I think now more than many other games that we have in the Premier League, this game is really important if we could get an early goal, because then that opens up Burnley and it opens up the game for us. The last thing we want is to be incredibly frustrated to a point that we're making mistakes or dropping points. I'm looking towards that Southampton game. We don't want a repeat of that. I'm going for a 3-0 win for Manchester City. A little bit of frustration, but also City to turn it round and get the job done. Now, going to pop up my team prediction now for you guys. Like I said, sitting on the fence, I'm going with Steffen to start in goal, Walker right back, Cancelo left back, Dias and Laporte to start in the centre. John Stone's pretty unlucky there to be missing out on a starting place. Wouldn't rule out him potentially starting in this game as well. I'm going for Rodri, De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva. That's our best midfield in my opinion. I'm going for them to start. I've got a feeling it's probably going to be Mahrez on the right hand side, Jack Grealish on the left hand side, and I'm predicting with no Ferran Torres, Phil Foden to go through the middle. Remains to be seen who that could be. Could well be De Bruyne going through the middle and Phil Foden going into midfield. It could be Mahrez going through the middle and Foden drifting either to the left or to the right. Grealish going through the middle. Who knows? It's Pep Guardiola. Very unpredictable. That's what I'm going for. Would love to know your score and team prediction though in the comments below. Now, if Raheem Sterling does start in this game with no Ferran Torres and no Gabriel Jesus, I would really like to see, if Sterling is to start, for him to start on the right hand side of our attack. I definitely don't want him playing through the centre. I don't think he's got the clinical touch or the confidence right now to be playing as that centre forward for Manchester City. Obviously, City tend to use him on the left-hand side. I'd like to see him on the right-hand side. Really take the game to Burnley. Really try and utilise his pace and everything that he has to offer, which is his dribbling skills and his ability to get into them really good positions. So, if he is to start, I'd like to see him on the right-hand side, but that's just my opinion. Now, moving on to my betting tips. I think if Jack Grealish starts, I'm predicting him to get a goal for Manchester City. I don't think this will be a both teams to score, so I am tipping Manchester City also for a clean sheet. I also don't think there'll be too many yellow cards in this game. Like I said, Burnley haven't got as much pace to hurt us, and so there isn't that need for Manchester City to take players out high up the pitch, take the yellow card for the team. I've got a feeling Burnley will be doing a lot of moving the ball forward than having to turn and move things round. There's one player that I think we need to keep an eye on for is Dwight McNeil. He's a class little player. We need to keep an eye on him. He has got the pace, he has got the skills, and he has got the precision to be able to hurt Manchester City. So him and Chris Wood, they're the two danger men here that Manchester City need to be careful of. And if I was to have a bet that Burnley were to score in this game, I probably would go for a Chris Wood any time. And if I had to throw out a man to get an assist, I would go for Dwight McNeil if it isn't to come from set play. So there we go. Let's go. Premier League football is back after a long 2 weeks. Let's bring it on. Let's get them 3 points and move on to the next game. So there we go. That has been the video. Thank you everyone for watching. It is much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here. Go and check out my social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below, so if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Also let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball, link at the top of my description. You want to go and press that link, that'll take you to the download page to download the free app, OneFootball, keeping you up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, latest scores, results, statistics, live league tables, where you can view the games on as well in television in your country as well. It's a worthwhile app to have, particularly if you love football, so go and get download OneFootball if you haven't already, and use that link. That does help to support the future content created here on my channel, and I'll see you all again very soon. Last two notes. Firstly, it's red, it's an Adidas top. Let me off with that one. And on a last note, I will see you guys again tomorrow, which I'm hoping will be a live stream because the game isn't on in the UK. There are some other stuff in the pipeline. I'm not too sure what I'm doing this weekend, but if I am doing a live stream, I will have that link out for you guys tonight. So do stay tuned for that. I'm hoping that I will be doing a live stream, so stay tuned for that, and I'll have the link out tonight if I am. And I'll see you all again very soon. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.